Okay, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a special Splatfest featuring springtime at Splatoon 3. There's a reason here. There's a reason we're here at the Inkopolis, and it's because as recent as I want to say maybe a week or two ago. I mean, it's April 20th now, so I guess it was about 2 weeks ago. Splatoon, that is to say the first Splatoon on the Wii U, ceased function, as they've shut down all the servers for the Wii U and 3DS, respectively. So, I was going to go into a spoken word version of the original Splatoon song for their advertisement commercial, but I think for the sake of time constraints, I think it'd probably be better to just open with just a slight monologue, or this slight monologue, and maybe start this Splatfest off observing the Squid Sisters here, participating in the event, and then close out by heading towards Inkopolis Plaza, in which I'll probably record the performance of Pearl and Marina. So, without further ado, let's just get into it, shall we? Yeah, I never really could figure out the fizz bang mechanics. Just so we're clear, I picked Team Bear Cubs because, well, Bear Cubs, or burst strength and all that. Oh, hey, we're already winning. Oh, game update? Oh, you can get a luchador mask this month? Not that I really partake in the Grizzco stuff, but you know, honestly, I thought only the Deep Cut would get involved in the SPRINGFEST, but hey. Oh, it's an eggshell. Alright. So... oh, still an eggshell. Oops. I should have taken a picture of Callie. Actually, now that I think about it, I had something to drink with me earlier. Now that I think about it, I think I put it in the fridge. Damn. Oh well, no matter. Okay, so... yeah, it's pretty fresh, I guess. Wait. What? No, you can't be the same one. Anyway. Oh, hey, that's a nice touch. Okay, so anyway, it's a choice between, you know, baby chicks, baby bunnies, or bear cubs. Personally, you know, I mean, I'm sure there's arguments to be made with the three. I mean, I could have picked baby chicks because, you know, I did support Team Chicken in the last Splatoon game for the egg of which came first, chicken or egg. But, you know, I didn't really want Shiver to win, like, for the umpteenth time, so... I would have picked baby bunnies, but unfortunately, Easter already came and went this year. Like, this is one of those rare years where Easter fell on the last day of March. Yeah, kind of weird. I don't understand it myself, but... And, you know, bear cubs, well, I mean, come on. I mean, look at it. I mean, it's adorable. Okay. Oh, right. I forgot. Yeah, so, by the time you're watching this, I'll already have recorded all the DLC side order episodes. And, yeah, towards the end, you basically just get, if you've bought all the things with the pearls, with the Z, you can actually spend 100 pearls to get a random object. And it's basically the same stuff you've already bought, you know, so it's just another copy of whatever you already have. Only occasionally do you get money from it. The game's kind of forces you to actually, oh, hello. Oh, that is freaky. It's like one of those, it's like one of those things I played with as a kid, those magic coloring books where if you get, like, certain spots, like if you use a special marker or water over a spot in the book, it actually reveals hidden colors. I mean, Crayola markers had the same thing where you can write with this invisible marker pen or whatever, and then you take your other marker, right, color over it, and it'll reveal in a different color what it is. So, like, red turned to gold, blue turned, like, green and such. Wow, that is just too cool. Oops. Okay, so... Okay, I don't have any money or shells, so... I guess I have to just get to it, huh? Should probably change the weapon, you think? It is just a Splatfest, so... Or a turf war, so... I guess I could stick with what I got for now, I guess. Why not? Oops. Keep pushing the wrong button. Okay, the tricolor battle won't be until tomorrow. And even then, I'll probably be playing that on my own time, so... Yeah, I probably won't be spending too much time with this. Basically, I'll just... You know, I'll get this started, you know, maybe enjoy a few rounds on my own time, and then maybe see about recording something else in the meanwhile. I mean, I really need to get back to recording. At the time you're watching this... Oh wow, first battle it's 10x, huh? Yes, I know it's a 10 times battle. I say it this way because the X sounds cool. Also, all these bubbles around it's kind of making me feel uneasy. It's reminding me of the low gravity sections of the Tears of the Kingdom playthrough. I need to stop goofing off and start. No, I think they won. Yeah, definitely missed a few areas there. I was going to say, what the hell happened to the music? Oh. Pardon me, Well, that was a little disappointing. Alright, I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I guess I got some laundry I gotta take care of. One moment, please. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. Had to take care of the laundry, but figured it'd be better to just cut right to another battle, so... So, anyway, since I'm already here, may as well tell you about the night I had at work just last night. I mean, so, I don't know if it's too revealing about where I work if I tell you this, but, see, we basically have adopted this, I don't know, I guess in the wake of the, let's just say the events of 2020, you know, I mean... regardless of what... I mean, I don't know how you view the events, ladies and gentlemen, but... Anyway, my store had recently, about a couple years back, recently got in on the online shopping craze, right? So, anyway, at any one point, you know, when I... At any one point, you know, when I have to fill orders... you know, to help out the team who's actually hired to do it. Basically, as an overnighter, they just float me over there to, you know, deal with the workload. But anyway, so just last night, I go in and I guess I must have said that we didn't have a particular item in our store. Because here's the thing, like, when I fill the orders out, like, I can't just skip one item I'm not sure about and go to the next one and come back to the other item. You know, there's no way to skip it down the list. You have to actually deal with the items as they come on the list. So, you know, up until now, you know, the norm thing to do was to basically effectively say that we didn't have it so that we can get to the other X number of items on the list, right? For each order that we're... each batch of, you know, products that we're dealing with. Well, unfortunately, my supervisor, I guess he must have been told recently because, you know, I guess he must have been told recently about, you know, how sales might have been down or some shit. I don't know. And anyway, I basically said that we didn't have this one item, and I guess... I mean, usually if we do have an item, it'll tell me an alternate location on where to find something, right? Unfortunately, now he's telling me that I can't just simply say that we don't have something, and that if we do, and that, you know, if I need to find something and, you know, I can't find it in the location where it's at, I basically have to come to him every time I come across something like this. You know, just so that he can verify up front whether or not we actually have these items or not. Now, I mean, now look, as a customer once or twice in my life, you know, I've come across instances, you know, I've been on the receiving end of, or I guess in this case, not receiving end of, you know, when I put in for online orders to deliver to me, you know, I've encountered plenty of times where, you know, I can't get the item because, you know, they discover that they're sold out, or, you know, maybe I don't get exactly what I ordered, you know, because, you know, they do make the place I work does make substitutions, right? But here's the thing, like, I could be working, like, at any one point, I could have upwards of anywhere between, like, 1 or 8 different people at a pop that I'm actually filling orders for, right? And the number of items between all 8 of them could range anywhere from a measly, say, 20 items to, I think the most I've ever had to deal with is like 178 items in one go. suffice to say, for someone like me, that takes a while to fill. So, now I get the idea that, you know, like any business, we want to sell as much product as we can, right? But if I have 8 different people, you know, that I'm shopping for, I mean, I'm sorry, but Leonard Nimoy himself says it best when it says that the needs of the many outweigh that of the few, right? I mean, I'm sorry, but sometimes it's better to say for one person that we don't have something, you know, just so that I can make the other 7 people happy, right? And even then, we're not talking like an entire order that someone would be missing out on. We're just talking one item. I mean, because, well, like, okay, theoretical scenario, right? Let's say, you know, they actually come into the store to try to buy something and they can't find it, you know? I mean, that's pretty much the equivocal of what it is, right? I mean, even if we don't, I mean, so, see, in a situation like this, you know, if I can't find an item, or at worst yet, we don't have an item, then that's more time I've wasted, you know, double checking to make sure that we absolutely didn't have an item that I could have better spent, you know, maybe bagging like 10 other items, you know, in the time allotted, you know, because, you know, I mean, I don't have much time to actually, depending on what kind of orders I'm filling, I don't have much time. You know, if I'm doing a frozen or chilled items walk, I mean, that's timed. I only have about an hour to fill out, like, anywhere between 2 and 8 different people's orders before the system itself automatically kicks me out to say that, oh, you gotta put these in the cooler, you know? And of course, the guy is fat and of course, a guy as fat and bloated as I am, you know, I have to try to go as fast as humanly possible, and sometimes it's just not possible, you know? I mean, as recent as January 2022, I mean, I had to go on a small leave of absence for my feet and ankles, of which, by the way, are still a little bit jank, I guess, as the kids might say today. I mean, it's amazing I can still at least walk, but still, I mean, I just find the whole new thing kind of, you know, inefficient. And I come to find out from the people who actually are hired to do this online grocery thing, you know, I'm an overnight shelf stalker. Like I said, they just float me over there, you know, to help them handle the workload or get a jump on it early, right? Because they don't usually show up until like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, you know. You know, I come to find out that they've recently been told or allowed to use walkie-talkies. But from what I hear from one of them, they tell me that, oh, they have walkie-talkies, but, you know, management doesn't necessarily, you know, acknowledge them or get back to them on anything. So, I guess if I have to, you know, ask a manager for help remotely with a walkie-talkie, I guess I'm shit out of luck, right? I guess I have to actually physically stop everything, walk over, try to find, you know, whoever's in charge on a given night, you know, and even then, you know, the blowhard actually comes up while as I'm talking to another employee, you know. The blowhard actually came by and basically, you know, thought I was basically belly aching, even though he wasn't part of the conversation. You know, he says, "I'm not that hard to find, stop complaining." You know, like, fuck you, man. I mean, okay, you're not hard to find, but still, I mean, God forbid then if I have to stop, you know, in the middle of a pick walk. You know, I mean, that's, I guess, what we call it. You know, God forbid I have to stop multiple times in a pick walk to come find you for any reason whatsoever. I mean, first of all, that's going to get tiring really fast, right? I mean, am I the only one who you've told to do this? I mean, is everybody else on overnight supposed to come to you now? I mean, I'm sure it'll probably get very tiring if people keep walking up to you asking, hey, where do you find this? Or can we check in the back? You know, because I guess that's another issue, you know? Even though the item might not be out on the shelf, if it's in the back or exists somewhere, I guess we're now supposed to fill the order from what's in the back. Which doesn't sound like a problem at first, but then you realize that if we have to pick an item, if we have to open up a box or a crate somewhere to pull out one item that a customer wants, guess what? That means now we have a partial item box in the back. And we were told explicitly we can't have partials in the back. You know, it all has to be as one. So if a box container is supposed to have 12 items of a product, then 12 items should be in that box. You know? I'm just saying the whole thing's just inefficient overall, right? I mean, look, I don't intend on disappointing folks, right? If I have to go and say that we don't have an item when we might actually have an item, I mean, first of all, I don't know if we have it. Second of all, if I can't find the item exactly where it is on the shelf, because, see, here's the thing. We have this system, right, that actually tells us where in the store to find it, and unlike putting up returns, yeah, get this, overnighters were expected to take items and put them back on the shelf, and more often than not, you know, it's a shopping cart that's just chock full of items that nobody wanted or could afford. Wait, didn't I already just get that shirt? So anyway, I basically have to take this, you know, oops, let's just go to the lobby. I basically have to take this item, where was my train of thought? Let me think. Okay, well, anyway, I would rather, I mean, if I scan an item, right? Okay, now I think I remember what I was talking about. So, when we run returns, right? When we take an item or a cart full of items and put them back on the shelf, you know, it's generally a cart full of items in which, you know, there's no cohesion to it, right? I mean, it might be sorted between, like, grocery items and et cetera, you know, but more often than not, you know, we're basically zigzagging through the parts of the store just to empty the carts, you know, putting them back where they belong. Now, when we actually fill a cart, you know, for online shopping, we have a system or a program that was made specifically to basically set us on one cohesive path, with the exception of maybe what they call a general pick walk, right? And in this pick walk, you know, in a general pick walk, it is possible for you to have to go through various parts of the store, right? But, you know, more often than not, they basically set you on one singular path through the entire store, right? So that, you know, and believe me, you know, that is way more efficient than actually trying to put the stuff away, right? Because, you know, like I said, it's just one path around the store. You're not zigzagging, you're not wasting as much energy. I mean, we're still expected to bag most, if not every item we come across, which kind of takes up more time in and of itself, you know, go figure, but yeah, you know, so if I have to, so I can only imagine how much of a nightmare this is going to be, because eventually they're probably going to just say, F it, just go back to doing what you did before, you know? Like I said, you know, if I can't find an item, it's usually either because the people who put the stuff on the shelf or the people who zone a particular aisle, you know, didn't do a very good job, or we just don't happen to have the item on hand at the moment, you know? And if it's not on the shelf for me to find, then what in God's green earth? I mean, look, listen. When a customer comes into the store, you know, how often does the customer ask a representative to check in the back for something, and how often do they get it, right? I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but still, I mean, if it's not on the shelf for you to buy, then how is it fair for someone else? And get this, right? Our store on overnight, it's closed to the public. Actually, come to think of it, I don't think there's any store that's 24/7 anymore. I mean, and this is even before this is even before 2020. So, yeah, I don't know of any store that's actually 24/7 anymore. But still, if the item is not on the shelf to the public, either in that moment or yet, then why should I go in the back for it, right? Or why should anyone go in the back for it? If a person who actually comes into the store can't find it, that's just kind of an unfair advantage, If the store is closed, but you ordered something online, and we're filling the order in the morning before the store opens, that's kind of like basically shopping during hours in which the store is not supposed to be open. We're not paying for a customer's order, obviously, but still, it's kind of the same thing, isn't it? It's, you may as well be a 24-hour store at that point, right? I hope we don't become a 24-hour store. It's one of the reasons why I work nights, right? Because there's two reasons why I work overnights, and believe it or not, neither of one involve a fat paycheck. The first reason I work overnight is so that I can be home during the daylight hours in case I'm needed, for my special needs sister. Now, I'm not saying that because I'm the older brother and I'm riffing on her. No, my sister's literally mentally handicapped, and I can prove that. And believe me, sometimes dealing with her can be emotionally draining. I love her and everything, but it's difficult, right? And it's part of the reason why which brings me to the second reason. Because I devote my energy to making sure her needs are met, I don't have time for my own life, right? I don't have a social life, I don't know how to act around other people, So, in other words, I'm not a people person in person. That's why I work overnights. To be fair, I did work regular dinner shifts at a Burger King once upon a time. I stopped working there. I haven't worked there since 2015, but still. I'm just saying. In a nutshell, and I didn't mean to rant, but, what else am I going to talk about? It's just what it is, if any of you listening, you work overnights, if you do like if your store does an online shopping thing, let me know, what your thoughts are, look, I don't intend, if I say an item, if we don't have an item, it's not because I want to say it, it's because, well, again, I have no way of, skipping over an item and coming back to it later, I would think if I had that ability, if the system would allow us to have that ability, then I can basically, just come to the manager once per walk cycle and, ask him about a bevy of items instead of one item at a time. Because that's just going to be murder on my feet and ankles otherwise, I'm going to waste more energy having to come to him, God forbid I can't find something. In an event where, God forbid, I can't find something, or we don't have something, period. Just super inefficient, I don't know. To be fair, I've been there since April 1st, and no fooling. Haha, very funny. Literally since April 1st, I've been there at this job for like 9 years. So, the way I see it, win or lose, I got nothing to lose. Win or lose, I've got no regrets, Should probably... Let's see. Crap. I don't have any tickets for that one. Well, I would like to increase my money. Why not? I mean, I wish I would get more money tickets here in this game, but I guess then it would kind of defeat the purpose of there being a, no, I don't need a first play then. Then I guess it would probably defeat the purpose of having a way to earn money through an odd job, you know? I don't think I'm too far away from the next rank, so I think what I'll do is I'll see if I mean, we're kind of getting a little involved in time here. We're at the 45-minute mark, so I think what I'll probably do is, you know, finish this one battle left and make a trip to the Inkopolis Square, and we can close out by watching Pearl and Maria and end the video there. But yeah, I mean, since the last time I recorded Splatfest, I mean, a lot has happened. I mean, a lot of things have happened in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, of which I think what I'll do is I'll probably make another, I think I'll do like a marathon replay dueling video of my latest duels at super speed, you know, because the thing is, I keep getting around, I keep putting it off, and it just keeps stockpiling, you know, all the videos that I have to show you. So yeah, I think it's probably for the best that I just super speed marathon it. Oh yeah, and so Akira Toriyama passed away March 1st, I believe. I mean, they waited a whole week before telling us, but still, wow. Kind of gut-wrenching, huh? It just seems like, you know, all the celebrities that we grew up idolizing or respecting are just falling by the wayside, you know? You know? Oh, fun fact. Does anybody know why they call celebrities influencers now instead of role models? It's because a lot of the people that it's because a lot of the celebrities that people idolize end up becoming, like, you know, like not so savory characters in the end. You know? I mean, I'm not saying Akira was unsavory, no. I mean, like, I'm just talking about, like, influencers in general, you know? You know, it seems like they have, like, this opposite where, you know, it's usually that you're innocent until proven guilty, where, well, as an influencer, you know, you're better off thinking that influencers are shady first and then proven innocent later, you know? I mean, it's a fair assessment, really, because, you know, I mean, how many people have we... I mean, millennials, if any of you are watching, I mean, how many people did we grow up, you know, being inspired? How many of you heard of some celebrities only to become disappointed by them in the future? I mean, I think it was No, it wasn't Neil Armstrong. I think it was Lance Armstrong, the bicyclist. You know, I mean, he admitted to drug use. Of course, I'm not sure if he actually. To be fair, even though he admitted to drug use, I don't think he actually did drugs. I think what it is, it's one of those celebrity things where they just say that they're derelict just to get people to leave them alone, you know, which is possible. I mean, one of the Beatles, Ringo Starr, I think eventually basically just told people, you know, peace and love, don't send me mail anymore. Peace and love, don't send me your mail anymore. Like, bro, just hire somebody. Like, bro, just hire somebody on retainer, you know, to handle your letters, or basically tell them to send you an email only, you know. Just have a generically typed up message and then just copy and paste, you know. Like, nobody's forcing you to do it, you know. Or, you know, I guess they could just have an X account, formerly Twitter. God, you know, I still can't get over the fact that we have to call Twitter X now. I mean, holy crap. I mean, why not just call it Twitter X or X Twitter, you know, instead of just X? I mean, I believe there was an old Commodore game called X as well, you know. I mean, it's just confusing, you know. Okay, well. Alright, so, as promised. Oops. As promised, we'll end things off with a performance by Off the Hook. I'm glad you could all. Oh, it's the old song. Maybe they don't really. I guess they're wearing their cash clothes, huh? I guess they don't belt out the new song until like Sunday or whatever, when the at the height of the Splatfest toward the end, I guess. If I come back tomorrow or make another video of this, I guess I don't have a problem basically starting with a performance from them and ending things off with deep cut, so if they had a Splatoon 4, I suppose they could have a boy band, I guess. Mix things up a bit. Too many bright colors. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think that'll be it. Thanks for watching, and please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.